Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Shenanigans. So it's late. It was already evening, or getting on towards evening when you were gonna get here. Do you want to spend the night here in town, or did you want to head off and try and find the other town before nightfall?
Oh, I bet May wants to spend the night in town.
May would rather not go out when he can't see in the dark very well, other than by lantern light.
Sure.
Yeah.
So you guys can spend the night here in this village. No problem whatsoever. Sheriff Jackie doesn't look May's way a second time, doesn't have anything to say or do with May, and sort of just ignores you. She's already gotten what she wants out of you and is moving on with her life.
Looks like you got used there, friend.
She'll be coming for some child support later.
Probably not. I think Jackie's the independent sort of type that just, wants nothing to do with any of the people that come her way in the long run. Yeah.
At least I covered our backs.
Yeah. So you can spend the night here. The festival is just kind of like a monthly thing that they do. Everyone gets together and has a big party. And the whole cart of apples just works really well. Everyone's got eating apples. Kids are throwing them at each other. The brewer takes a whole bunch of them, since you guys don't want them, and is going to turn them into cider. And it's a fun party. But
Joe will definitely be munching on quite a few apples.
It's literally a wagon of apples. There's plenty of them to go around. So we'll just head on to the next day. You're all rested. I guess you don't have any spells back, so no changes.
Perfect.
So our prisoner can't run away during the night. Obviously, they're not looked up. I do have a spike pack, so I can spike into.
You put the spike back in the wheel.
Well, yeah, put that chain in this, spike them back into the wheel.
Sure. Let's say no. She does at some point attempt to improvise some lockpicks and try and pick the manacles, but it doesn't go well. And I think you guys find in the morning, there's some bits of sticks stuck in the keyholes of the manacles and have been broken off in there, and you might not be able to get the keys in anymore.
That's fine.
You can definitely take it to a locksmith to repair it, but there's definitely sticks stuck in the lock.
Yeah, that'll be
I think the only option. I think the only option now is to take her hand to get her out of the manacles.
Maybe.
I'll tell her that. I was like, oh, well, you kind of jammed the lock there. I think we might need to, if you ever went out, we'll have to take your hands off.
So it's going to be torture, is it? I'll never tell you anything.
It'd actually be pretty quick. I can make the cut pretty clean. We'll get you patched up, and then slip them off and
do your worst.
Well, if I did my worst, I could just take off a forearm. That'd get pretty messy.
Sick bastards, you.
I guess Layla would have her bones then, and some to spare. But no, instead we're gonna go kill some ogres. Now, I don't know what you think we're up to. You literally just stole my stuff. There's nothing behind it. It literally is that simple. I could just stab you if that's what you want.
Sounds like the type of thing a Noel would do.
And yet, I haven't.
'Cause you're a coward. A yellow-bellied, sap-sucking, cowardly coward.
Neal,
I'll
Joe's
lift
gonna
up my shirt and it's actually, as you can see here, it's brown. So
Joe's gonna see if she's ticklish.
Can you tickle someone who's really pissed off and angry, or does the pissed off and angry mood preclude tickling? I don't know.
I'm pretty sure you can.
All right. You've got the day.
It definitely worked on me as a kid, so.
Yeah. I'm just gonna roll a D100 and see how ticklish she is.
Okay.
Ooh, only an 18. So she's not super ticklish, And especially with this like bitter, angry, and resentment, like you can definitely make her sort of squirm, and like she keeps trying to like close her arms to keep the armpits covered, and you know, like kicks the knees around. She's making it difficult for you to tickle her.
Okay.
And you can almost see that the resisting of the evil authority that's trying to oppress her is sort of like what she's going for here, and so it's not as effective as you would have liked it to be.
She thinks we're the authorities.
Anyway,
See, Joe, now that he knows that, is actually just going to like poke her side, you know, poke the side of her stomach where, you know, where people tend to be ticklish. Anytime she acts up.
We can drive the wagon along, and she can just be chained to the and just have to keep moving the chains around, otherwise she'll get dragged over.
All right, off to possibly die to an ogre.
All right. On the way to the ogres, it is. Let's get some overland. Do you have a carriage journey track? No, I'd have to find it. All right.
I'm not hearing the stuff in Roll20 at all.
I haven't played anything yet.
At all this entire day?
This entire day? You haven't heard anything in Roll20?
I don't know if that's me or not, but...
It should be you, because I've been playing shit. Has anyone else heard things?
I'm hearing stuff now, but I haven't noticed anything.
You should go check your audio options section, the gear, and make sure that the music volume is turned up.
Oh, wait, now I hear it now.
Okay. You didn't hear the combat music earlier?
I did not hear the combat music. I hear the birds.
You didn't hear the town music?
Did not hear the town music.
No.
All right.
Are those... It's
fine.
hard to tell with those birds, actually, because legit, the birds around here are obnoxious.
There should be, well, you shouldn't have heard any birds. They're just kicking in the track now. What you should hear is wheels of a wagon.
All right, whatever.
It's fine.
It's fine. It's fine.
Yeah. Anywho, you all head on down to the next village. It's a good thing you spent the night, because it's about 4 hours down there through twisty, windy roads, bad trails. You know, you gotta stop and get the wagon out of the rut occasionally. It's not a particularly easy journey, and sometimes you have to double back. Yeah, it takes a while, is the point. Eventually, you come to the village. It's the furthest south village in the villages around Berkshire. Excuse me. And you can tell right away that you're in the right place, because when you walk on into town, or as you're approaching town, you see an ogre sitting in a path, picking its teeth with some sort of bone.
Gonna stay in the woods.
Yep. The ogre's not really paying too much attention to anything. It's just leaning against a tree while it's sitting on the trail.
Cool.
I'll tell them the ogre?
It's an ogre.
Okay.
I'll tell the guys to hold it. All right, guys. I see we've got one ogre there. I think Mr. Muscle said something about there being like 3 or some shit.
Well, we only need one.
We only need one, but if there's a bounty for all 3.
Well, there might be...
but he said there was a spell casting ogre.
I think that the best person we could bring to deal with this maybe another time, maybe in a couple of weeks, maybe Doreen. I remember last time we were out together. Lots of hands. Maybe Doreen would like ogre hands and has to procure them herself.
You guys are hanging out with somebody that
at.
takes hands?
It's really freaking weird, bro. Like,
what does she do with them?
She wears them.
Don't want to know.
It's really weird.
What do you mean she wear? How does she wear hands?
She like freaking stuffs them, and then like hangs them on her armor.
Like taxidermies?
Yeah.
Why?
God, I don't know.
Alrighty then.
Yeah.
Weird.
All right, cool. So I'll spend a little bit like seeing if I can scout out from in the woods, like see if I can find the other ogres.
Mm-hmm.
They will go and hide somewhere.
Do I see more than that one ogre?
Nope, you see an ogre and a village.
Alright. Then, from a different side of the village that is not within sight of this ogre, I'll like try and work my way forward. Just like listen if I can hear just like grunts or other activities from another ogre.
Give me a perception check at -4 for distance and things.
Well, I'm trying to sneak. Alright, whatever.
Yeah.
Nailed it.
Oh my god, Torque, you not only hear other ogres, you smell other
Smell
ogres. Oh yeah. There's definitely at least 3 ogres, including this one, in this village.
At least 3.
At least 3, yeah.
Alright, cool. So I'll sneak back out. Go back to the cart and like, alright guys. There's at least 3 in there. I only see that one at the entrance. I've never taken on an ogre myself. But I'm sure we can take him. Like he's kind of big, but aren't they kind of dumb?
I don't know.
Yeah,
Never
alright,
faced
cool.
one.
Never faced one. Alright, cool. Hey May, how far can you throw that javelin?
If I'm lucky, I could probably, I guess, max it out at. So, okay, the max range in yards for them is 60 yards, but my strength is only 11.
That's fine.
That's fun.
All right, so here's what I'm thinking. Joe here and I will take pot shots at it with the crossbow and my longbow, and then when it gets close, if it starts charging us, while we're switching to more close-in weapons, you can throw your javelins at it. Sound good?
Sounds like a plan. I guess we could turn the wagon side on.
You could try to throw one of these, and they just hand you a bundle of 4 flasks of oil.
How do you plan to light said oil?
Well, you just got to put like a bit of cloth. I mean, there's just a bunch of scraps of cloth.
Do you have
And,
flint
like-
and steel is what he's asking.
Oh,
Yes.
don't you have a lantern?
I have flint and steel. What I'm just saying is, the time to we can give it a go. I will set that down to one side next to me and try to gauge how far I could possibly throw it.
They're full
It's not-
60 yards. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll leave that one up to you. I recommend that if you're going to throw those, you're prepared to throw them, so all you have to do is light and throw.
Yeah. So I'll set something up. Set my flint and steel to one side, ready to use.
Wait, don't-
I don't want to start a small fire.
Do you have a lantern?
Yes. Ooh.
Yeah, light the lantern and then boom,
Yeah.
you don't even need to like
I
sit there
will.
and you just like
Yes.
get the freaking cloth wet with oil and
With
light
Tom's
it up.
suggestion, I will light the lantern. Let me just double check what type of lantern I got because I think it's hooded. Yeah, hooded. So I'll close the hood, bar one portion facing away from the ogre. Yeah.
All right.
Alright.
Well, that's up to you whether you want to use the javelins or that.
Yeah. All right, and when he's ready, I'll like look at Joe and like, all right, Neal, are we at what range are we at with from the?
I think
Where
you're
we're
pretty
at, so
far
that-
at this point. Maybe 200 feet.
It's like
that sound
60
about right?
yards. So between 60 and 70 yards.
Yeah.
Neato.
66.6 yards.
Those ranges are.
Yeah, you'd be at long range if you just shuffle a few feet forward.
How much is 34?
34.
All right. That's just what the freaking. Is not useful. To me.
I
Okay.
don't know what the question how much is 34 means.
Yeah, like I hold those
34
ranges
what?
for. I don't know, freaking. Dungeons and
34
Dragons book
money,
units.
34 yards, 34
Neal,
people. What is
when
what?
I was looking
I
at
need
the-
I need a noun on the end of the 34 so I know what we're
Okay.
even talking about.
I understand. Those are the numbers that came out of the player's handbook
For what?
for range.
Okay, we're talking about ranges. 34 yards is
Range.
what it would be in range. For
For
what?
a longbow.
Oh, that must be 35 squares. You must have pulled it from the combat and tactics.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
long
yeah.
range
I don't remember.
on a like longbow. What is it? Flight or sheet?
He's
Flight or
got
broadhead?
broadheads, so that's 50, 100, and 170 yards for short, medium, and long. So the ogre would be at medium range for you.
All right.
Yeah.
How? So you said 100.
50, 100, and 170 is the range for you.
All right. All right.
I don't know what the range on the crossbow is, but I'll fire when I can.
Light crossbow is 60, 120, 180. So you'll have to
Yards?
move up. Yeah, you'll have to move up 6 yards to fire your crossbow at short range.
Aren't we only like 200 feet away?
Yeah, 60 yards is 180 feet.
Right.
So you just
I
need to
can
go,
just-
you need to close 20 feet to be in short range
Yeah. So we'll close to short range
for a crossbow, not for
for
longbow. 'cause
crossbow.
that's-
Yeah. And so
Alright.
I'll be swinging.
I'll just
shooting
be a
with them.
medium.
Sure. I think this about the time that you get the shit together. I've been rolling perception checks for the ogre, and they keep failing. But now the ogre has finally succeeded. So as you start creeping forward to like get in range, the ogre like looks up and sees you guys, and is like looking at you. And then like a moment of realization hits when it realizes you have weapons. That those are bows and crossbows and javelins. Oh my! And we should roll initiative.
All right. Good. I at least did write that crap down.
Yeah. I was really hoping the ogre would spot you while you guys were talking and making your preparations, and it just failed 3 in a row.
7.
It goes at 10.
Javelin speed 8.
Well then. It seems I'll be getting a short range shot.
I will be waiting in cover, waiting for it. Yeah.
To close.
I'll
All
roll
right.
javelin.
Well, it goes first at 10. It gets up, it picks up a very large log next to it, and starts running in your direction while giving out an ogre call.
Does it reach us?
Let's see. Ogres. They have. What is the movement? It said probably 15. So they can go 150 yards in a round. So yeah, it can get. It only needs to close 66 yards, which is less than. Yeah, so it can close to you this round. Yeah.
Barely, but-
I think Torque is the front one.
Yep.
Yeah.
It goes back.
All right. It runs up to Torque and swings its log at you with a 22 to hit.
Yeah, that will clear by 5.
But
not
it's not a natural 18, unfortunately, for the ogre.
Good.
And let's just do a quick double checky here of the damagey. Element O comes before P. O, G. Score. Yeah. We'll just do it this way. The log will strike you for 7 points of damage as it collides. It's a glancing blow. It barely hits you, but the ogre is super strong. It
Yeah.
rolled a 1 on its damage roll. It's plus 6 to damage for its massive strength.
a
So
lot.
it strikes you kind of in the shoulder and sends you spinning, but you're still capable. Go for it.
Cool. Since the 3 of us are going at effectively the same time, you want to just...
Yeah, all go together. That's fine.
Yeah,
I'll-
Joe's not comfortable with this bow. So
Yeah,
he's
I'll-
just going to circle around the back.
Okay. You begin to circle around. You take a shot, Joe, and it sails low. It just pings the dirt at
this
the
was
feet.
with a spear. I just completely missed.
Yeah, it goes low, and you get the feet. May and Joe.
I'll toss my longbow on the cart and then pull out my sword and shield.
All right. The shield will take a round to put on if you want to shield up.
Very well.
All
I
right.
definitely want to shield up.
Right, so you
But-
start like strapping the shield to your arm and getting it in there, and trying to do this while dodging ogre blows and kicks and whatnots. May, you're hiding off into the woods.
Well, I'm at the wagon at the moment because that's where the bit behind the wagon.
So you're
cover.
behind the wagon.
Yeah. How if a flask of oil suddenly ignites, how big is the explosion normally?
Won't explode. It's just oil. It'll just burn.
Okay, burn off. So if I catch the ogre with it, it will burn it. I just have to be careful of torque.
Yeah, just don't hit torque.
Please
Which
don't.
is hard, because if it breaks and splashes, it might splatter all over the place. Torque might have some bald spots on him for a while.
Okie dokie. So I guess I'll be aiming for the kind of like, because obviously they're moving around each other in combat, trying to catch it. So probably low towards the ground, towards the creature's back of its legs.
Okay. Give me a roll to hit. So you're gonna light an oil flask, and hurl it at the ogre.
Well, there's a pack of 4, so 5. So I guess I can 4.
Yeah.
Four's 4. And I will. I'm just because so both of you are kind of Torque's to the front and Joe's to the rear.
Mhm.
Yep.
So I guess I'll prepare the flasks, obviously, so they can see, and we'll wait until next round, and I'll look to do the engagement from next round because I guess Joe will be. I'll whistle to Joe, but obviously until one of them's backed off a little bit, I don't want to throw it because I can't throw it.
Just throw the javelin.
So I can throw the javelin, yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Is that it for your turn?
Yeah, again, it depends on how long it takes me to prepare the wick to light the
It'll
wick.
take a round to prepare.
Okay.
Yeah.
We already had the lantern lit.
Right, but you still have to uncork the flasks, get some oil, tuck a rag in there, and let the rag kind of soak oil up because it doesn't immediately. Capillary action does take a little while, so it takes a while for the oil to get to the top, and you want to. It takes a bit. Oil flasks are not ideal for combat usage, so it takes a bit to prep them. So let's roll initiative for next round.
Very well.
The
Wait,
ogre.
wait, hold on.
9.
Did you do anything? Oh wait, no, you're putting on your shield, right?
Yeah. The ogre goes at 9.
What the hell is he freaking swinging with? For his
He has +6 on initiative and rolls d10 +6, so 3 and 6 is 9.
it's really fast for swinging a freaking log.
It is. Oh well.
I don't know. I'm just salty because freaking
Yeah, I
Krob
know.
is swinging with a +10. I'm swinging with a
well-
+5 with this agile little long sword.
The rules are not always sensible. We know this.
Also, I'm probably just salty because it's going this one.
Swings a tree, same speed as it takes to stab one spear.
Yeah. So Joe goes first.
Well, same time.
Same time, same. Yeah. The ogre swings at Torque again with a 14. Nope. Clatters against Torque's newly added shield and banging to the side, reverberating throughout your arm. Joe gives a stab, a shoot, a shot, a stab.
A stab.
A stab with the spear and hits the ogre.
Wait.
Bro, aren't you level 2?
What's spear damage?
How does he have
Me?
+6 to
Yes.
hit at level 2?
Wait, what?
That's his initiative.
Oh, that's his initiative. That makes way more sense. Perfect.
What?
Ignore me.
2d4
But yes.
damage for spears.
Mhm.
Nick, aren't you?
No, it's
isn't Joe
D-
level 2?
Yes.
So shouldn't that be a +3 if you're getting back attack?
Oh yeah, that
It
would
should be a
with back attack.
+4 with back attack.
Oh,
Yeah, it doesn't change it. I'll
No,
do
it's
it
still
more.
a
all right, specialized. No, I got you, bro.
And now we find out which spear damage Joe's using. The old spear damage for 3 points. The ogre is mildly inconvenienced by your stab.
Yep.
It's frustrating.
Ow.
It grunts. So it's like ogre.
Wow.
In front of the ogre is Torque. Behind the ogre is Joe, and somewhere near Joe is May, because May's behind
Neal,
the ogre too, right?
I think the ogre goes, ow. Joe goes, sorry.
So I'll get me probably high ground on the wagon.
Okay, cool. So you're gonna get on the wagon. What were you saying, Joe?
The ogre goes, ow. Joe goes, sorry.
Should have used Ultra Spear.
Looks like Torque goes before May.
Excellent. Yes.
You stab the hell out of the ogre, or slash the hell out of the ogre. You succeed tremendously, for 7
damage.
points of damage. The ogre takes the what weapon is this?
Longsword.
The ogre takes the. Oh, you should roll a d. Oh, you did. Takes the stab to the hip action area where those flexors are, and begins to limp as it growls at you deeply. May, your turn.
So May will wait until they're both kind of either that way of the ogre. So if he's throwing it in that direction towards the ogre, there's a minimal chance of him. Hopefully
Right.
not. Hopefully he won't hit them. He's throwing in that direction, so it'll take it past the ogre.
Right, it's enfilade or deflade right now.
Enfilade.
Thank you.
Enfilade.
Yes.
So that would be RD20 plus nothing, I presume.
Correct. Your first level, yeah?
Yes.
Yes. 12. Well, I think
mean,
the
if it
ogre's
doesn't have-
AC is mostly its like thick hide. It's not its dodging
Yeah.
power. So I think your oil smashes at its feet. All 4 flasks crack and flames erupt underneath the ogre's feet. What are we doing for fire damage these days? We should really sort that out one day. For like realsies.
Yeah.
What have we been doing thus far?
We haven't ever used them.
We've never used them.
We've never used the 4 flasks.
Uh-oh. What do we do
Remember
for
we
when
were-
it's 1 flask?
D6.
D6?
Right.
Okay. Yes. Give me a D6 for damage.
Wait, for 4 flasks?
Well, the additional flasks will not increase the damage. It'll increase the area of effect and the duration of the burn. But simply adding more oil does not do more damage. It just like becomes a much broader,
Lasts longer. And
raging inferno of fire.
I don't know. I think it would do more damage like if you covered someone with oil, or if you just like covered a leg with oil.
Yes, but that gets kind of complicated because then the same amount of oil should do more damage to smaller creatures and less damage to larger creatures, and then it becomes an area of effect question. And so if we
Yeah,
want to
true.
keep damage just like flat regardless of enemy size, we should just, it
Right.
gets
The question is its lower half, say, on fire, physically on fire?
its
because of the oil?
feet and legs are on fire because of the
Yeah.
oil. Yes, it takes 6 points of burning damage and starts like hopping around on its feet going, oh.
All right.
Very
Second
humorous.
attack.
Second attack for Joe. 13. Nope. It gets caught in that thick part on the ogre's butt. The
Yeah.
ogre callus, because it always sits on its butt on rock, so it's got like a really calloused ass. It just.
If anyone has played Dark Souls and tried to hit one of the armored boars and the sword just
Yeah.
bounces off of it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I get you.
All right, initiative for the next round.
Yes.
Uh-oh. The ogre rolls a 7.
I rolled a 6.
Looks like Torque goes first.
Ugh.
11. You take a swipe at the ogre, but the ogre's already mid part of its action, which the ogre's no dummy. He's not an idiot. He's not just going to stand here and be on fire. So he throws himself to the ground and just starts rolling. And that's why you missed, is because you were slashing at it as you started to roll away. Stop, drop, and roll away. However, that does provoke opportunity attacks from both Joe and Torque as the ogre falls to the ground and tries to log roll off the road. Joe does not hit anything. Torque
I
does
rolled
not
the
hit
exact
anything.
same roll.
The ogre gets a check to put out the fire, totally passes, puts the fire out, and has like rolled into the forest on the other side of the road. Whoever's next in initiative can take their turn.
Okay, Joe. I guess Joe will just like move behind Torque and like hold action.
Okay, you stand behind Torque. May, do you have another?
May will throw a javelin.
Go for it.
Nice.
Oh! Is there a
Believe that
bonus on
does-
that at all?
It should clear by 5.
It does clear by 5, but yeah, there's no other bonuses on top of that. Perfect. You hit him. You crit him. Do double damage.
So the javelin damage is d6, so 2d6.
Nice.
Wow.
Oh, you get the ogre right in its neck as it like stops rolling, goes to get up, and the javelin just like, and the ogre topples to the ground.
Nice.
All right, cool. That's everyone's turn, right?
Yep.
All right, cool. Then for my second attack, I'll run over and attempt to stab the ogre again.
Go for it.
Yes,
Yeah.
there we go.
You get it.
Oh my.
Oh yeah, that ogre's definitely not moving anymore.
Oh, it's dead.
Wait, legit? Like that killed it?
That was it. It's dead.
Oh,
I think it died to the javelin.
Uh-huh.
Let's quickly grab the javelin and steal some polygons
Joe-
and run away.
Joe will go over and make sure none of the grass is on fire since the flaming ogre rolled into the grass.
No, it had put out the fire. The middle of the road is on fire. And it's
Right,
very
but
possible
that's like
that
dirt.
well, but you know, winds could spread it or something could fall. You
it'll
know,
be out
it's
soon anyway.
yeah. You guys should, as proper fire protection service agents, you should keep an eye over it and you
Yeah,
know, make
sure,
sure
whatever.
it doesn't. Only you can prevent forest fires.
Yeah, I'll
So-
let them prevent forest
All right.
fires while I'm busy lopping off the. I'll just say the right arm of that ogre.
Sure, you can hack it to bits.
I'll begin preparing the wagon to get going. Like, so we're turning it around.
Turning
So we
them
can-
around.
Sure, you go to turn the wagon around. It's a bit of a process. Wagons are surprisingly difficult to turn. They're not like cars.
And I'll be like, but there's still like 2 more ogres in there.
But
Are
they
you
would
in
have
the
heard
ship
this
to fight
one,
them?
so they'll both be coming.
So
that's
here's
a
the
good point.
question. You've got what you need. Do you want to also try and save the people of this shitty-ass village that you'll never have to deal with ever again? And there's
Probably
literally
that-
no consequences from not helping them? Do you just want to be good people? Or do you just want to get your shit and get out of here?
I also want to get paid in more than just food. Like, Torque wasn't paying too much attention when Mr. Muscles was talking because he's found out that's usually the best idea.
Yeah.
So he definitely like heard something about like some sort of magic thing.
Mm-hmm.
He was, and now he's not sure if that was just like one of the ogres does magic, or one of the ogres has some sort of magical thing, or there is a magical thing in this area.
Listen,
he's
I
hoping
don't
that it's-
think we want to deal with the spell casting ogre.
Maybe. Well, here after we get this stuff turned around, we'll go a ways down the road and lie in ambush for a bit, see what happens.
May will suggest if Talk is so insistent, maybe we could lace the deceased ogre on the cart full of many flasks of oil. A well-placed bolt or arrow might engulf whatever's inspecting this ogre.
That's pretty good.
Cover the floor with oil.
You could do that. I mean, if we cover him with oil, it wouldn't get the other guy. To get the other guy, we kind of need it to splash. See what I'm saying?
The floor is oil. The floor is fire.
Well, I understand what you're saying, but I'm thinking here, like, you pour, even if it's like a significant amount of oil, just like all over the dirt, all over the ground, it's probably not going to light up very easily because you've now dispersed a lot of the stuff everywhere. It's probably going to like soak into the ground a little bit.
Yeah.
I love that idea. It's just I'm not sure if it'll
We
work.
have 100 flasks of oil.
We do have 100 flasks.
96?
96 flasks of oil.
Well, listen.
Or we could just lie in wait
back.
Yeah,
and like have all the rags pre-soaked, and then when one of the ogres comes, we just start chucking a fire at it.
May will say agreeing with Joe. I don't think we will be. This one was able to injure you, Talk.
It just made my shoulder sore. We're fine.
But
maybe we'll get lucky, and the next ogre that comes around isn't very smart, and it's just that one ogre, and we can get him. How about this? We lie in wait with our cart a ways away from us, and if one ogre comes to investigate, we kill the shit out of that one. And if more than one comes, we just wait for them to go, and we disappear into the woods. How's that sound? Pick them off one by one, or just leave them be. We will have both options open to us. Pretty sure.
I'd say that's fine. I'm fine with laying in wait.
Neato. Alright, so I'd say we go and like reposition the wagons, whatnot, and then get set up to ambush with fire.
Okay. You guys are waiting. Those other ogres aren't showing up. If they heard the cries, they didn't come. Maybe they didn't hear the cries. Maybe they heard the cries and were afraid and left. But for some reason, the other ogres haven't shown up yet. And it's been a while.
So 4 hours before dark, I will suggest we look to leave because we don't want to be out here in the dark with ogres or anything scary.
Right. Fair enough. Yeah.
And we can head back to the village we stayed at previously with our, I guess, one ogre. Because we haven't got many apples left now, have we?
Oh yeah. How's the prisoner react to the ogre arm? Does it
Cowards.
smell really bad?
You can kill an ogre, but you can't kill me? Just a bunch of pussies. I could take you all.
No, you can't because you died like a little bitch.
There are two of you. I'd take you all one-on-one.
He never
You did all
landed a
the work.
hit. I just smacked you. I didn't even stab you. I just smacked you with a spear, lady.
She spits on the ground at your feet.
I tickle her more.
I'm over
She
it.
tries really hard not to laugh and tries to squirm out of the way. All right. So you guys start heading back to the other village. What is... Joe, your intelligence is 10. All your stats are 10, right?
Yes.
Torque, what is your intelligence and your perception?
10 and 12 respectively.
And same question to May.
Perception of 14, intelligence of 9.
Okay.
Of average intelligence.
Wonderful. You said perception of 14, intelligence of 9?
Yes.
All right, excellent. So you guys head back to the village. All right. You spend the night there? Are you going to come back here the next day?
If we spend the night here, and then I guess we can head back to Berkshire.
The next day.
You're going to ignore the ogre threat?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
We took out a third of the problem. It should be easier for someone else to take him.
The next day, you get back to Berkshire. Boop-a-doop.
Yeah.
What are you going to do when you arrive back in Berkshire?
You can give Layla the arm. She can do all the dirty work herself. She wants bone dust.
She wants bone shards and bone dust.
She can make the bone shards and bone dust herself. It'll be good for her.
Okay.
Well, I mean, we should be careful. If we upset her, wouldn't that mean her father might dispose of us painfully?
No, we do have some leverage. She doesn't want her dad to figure out what she's doing.
Right. that is true, but
We could blackmail her.
I'm gonna have to be healing for a while, so I'm fine just to strip this thing. I'm used to butchering animals. I'll just take the flesh off the bone.
All right.
She can grind the bones themselves, but I'll take the flesh off for her.
Okay. So you'll strip the flesh from the bones and just come in with some fresh bones for Layla.
Probably leave them in the cart. Just tell her to come out to the cart.
Sure. Are you gonna You're gonna give the woman to the sheriff, to Mr. Muscles?
Yeah.
Okay. So which one do you want to deal with first?
We'll deal with the one. She Torque's done with her.
Okay.
I will check my own purses to make sure all my purses are there.
They're all there. Yes.
Cool. So yeah, I'll take her to Mr. Muscles. Hey, Mr. Muscles, she jacked my shit.
He looks over at the woman. Did you jack his shit? She says, I'd jack it again in a heartbeat. He's like, all right. And just throws her in a jail cell.
Can we get the manacles back? Those were actually ours.
Yeah, I will get my manacles back.
Sure, it'll take some. It's not a difficult thing. You guys can eventually get the sticks out of the manacles. You got to call a locksmith over. It's only 10 copper to get it all sorted away. Yep. It's an easy job. Happens all the time. And you get your manacles back, and she's thrown in jail for an unknown period of time. Okay. You head over to Shenanigans, and you find Layla. She's studying. It's a much quieter day now, maybe 10% full.
Hey, Layla. We got the good stuff.
Closes her book and comes on over to you guys. Where's the stuff?
So you're going to have to do the final preparations yourself. I don't know exactly what. You're going to have to grind it and shard it yourself. Or would you rather have us potentially screw up your delicate magic item stuff?
I wanted you to grind the bones because you're all big and strong. God, I mean, you know how hard it is to grind bones into dust?
Yes, I do. Do you know what happens if we don't do it right, though? Because I don't.
Just turn it into dust. Just grindy. How hard could it be? I mean, it takes a lot of physical strength, but just keep grinding until it's dust.
Why can't you just magic it to dust?
Oh my God, you don't even understand anything about magic.
I guess May will say to it. So it just needs to be well, would you like to come out to us? We can show you what we collected, and then we can do the necessary preparations with your intelligent magical prowess, observing us doing the job.
How do you guys get anything done? You're all so useless. Fine, just show it to me. I'll just take care of it.
All right.
And yet here we are with freaking bones.
An ogre, an ogre, down there.
Yeah, it's probably about as big as she is almost.
Mm-hmm. She looks at the bones and goes that's more than enough bones. Now you just get a mortar and a pestle and you just smash it and grind it, all right? Just torque it, all right?
So we probably spend the rest of the day grinding bones to dust and breaking them.
I mean, Joe doesn't have much to do, so he'll work on it.
Yeah.
Not a problem.
Torque's just this is bullshit.
I give Torque a bone.
I'm not happy right now. I ignore it.
Take part. Oh.
No, that's your bone to grind. You don't try to pass it off on me.
Exactly. Torque is grumpy.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
And ogre bones don't taste very good. It's all about that cow bone. It tastes like steak.
We still got a bison here. We still got a wagon.
All right. So eventually, you guys grind the bones properly and keep a few shards. And Layla's
we probably the upper arm one. We do that, and that's probably straight up more than enough.
Oh, it's way more than enough. Yeah.
Actually, yeah. If it's way more than enough, we probably only do half of it. Or all right, this is stupid. If she wants any more, she can do it herself.
Yeah.
And we'll go. All right, here's your stupid dust. Here's your stupid shards, and here's the rest of the bones.
Thank you. I'll go tell my dad that like it's all mission complete and you guys get your like food and drinks for a month or whatever.
Oh, thank you, lady.
You head over. She heads over and goes up to Desmond as you guys come in the bar too.
I definitely
like,
follow her.
Dad, they did their job. Free drinks and food for a month, remember? And he's like, what? Huh? Dad, you said if they did the mission for me, they'd get free food and drinks for a month. And he looks at the three of you and is like, I guess... Did I say that?
You did.
Of course.
Yeah.
What was the mission?
Layla, what was the mission?
I just needed them to get like some spell components for me, and they were like so good about it. They like got the components and everything, and it was just fine. It was fine. They did it in like 3 days. They did good.
I smirk a little bit.
Desmond nods like, all right, cool. Free drinks and food.
Joe.
Don't worry, Desmond. I only like beer.
Cool. And mission complete, everybody.
Yep. I order some food from Lord Glibglob.
It comes from... He brings it to you eventually after, what's his name, makes it borscht.
Yeah.
So, let's
I give
do
him, like,
yeah.
I give him some of it.
You defeated an ogre. Wonderful. You missed the ogre, the invisible ogre mage who was stalking you and waiting to see what you guys were going to do. And ready to cast all sorts of spells on you, but you left, and so it just left you alone.
Wait, it just left us since...
Well, yeah, because like, it showed up after you guys had fought the other one, and it was invisible, and then it just kind of stood by watching what you guys were doing, and then you waited for a while, and then you guys left, and it sort of followed you for a little bit, and then was like, fuck it, whatever. Not gonna provoke him.
Okay.
Yeah, a live and let live policy, you know?
Yeah.
Did we kill your friend? You let us live. Okay.
Whatever. They
Yeah,
still
it's
got
an
what they
ogre.
needed. Now has to share less wealth. It's fine.
Okay.
You know? But you did catch the thief that stole Torque's wallet. Purse, money bags, whatever. You
Non-lethally caught and jailed her.
Yeah, I'm actually going to give you double experience for non-lethally capturing her and jailing her instead of just murdering her.
Hey.
And you completed Layla's quest. And you did it in an interesting way. You know, you didn't just like go to the graveyard and dig up a grave and get some bones or any of the other options that I saw thrown around in chat. And then we'll...
No, Tark definitely wanted to kill something for this.
Yeah, and we'll do some
did, like,
role-playing experience, and we'll divide it by 3, and we'll just round for convenience sake. Everyone, please take home 550 experience.
Nice.
Puts me up to 2,000. Oh, damn. Press the wrong button. 2,545.
Oh, 2,500.
10,496.
2,545?
Yeah, because I was 5 XP off leveling last.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. So here you go. You level. Let's see an HP roll.
Is it D10 for fire?
Yes.
1. Let's prepare for a 1. Oh, for God's sake. Again, 5 HP.
So what's your total HP? 3?
5.
5?
Yeah, 3 at the moment, 5 now with that roll.
I want
Jeez.
to point out Joe is also level 2 and he has 18 without con mod.
Or with con mod, because your con mod is 0.
Yeah, but he doesn't have a con mod, so. Well, Joe
Okay.
needs a little while to rest up now.
Well, I guess that evening then we'll have food and so on, and then when people go to bed, seeing as Gliblob doesn't do it, May will clean out that fireplace because it deserves to be cleaned out. After all, we did get saved by a ghost last time.
Mm-hmm. The fireplace gets cleaned. Gliblob rarely does the job, and it's nice that you do it. And that is our episode for Shenanigans for today. It's a little bit shorter. I've got some real life things that I need to do, which is why it's a little bit short. Good job, everyone. Good job, players. We will be back next week for more Shenanigans and goodness. I think that's it. There's Fro tomorrow. Dicing with Death on Tuesday. Misclicks on Tuesday, and Assassin on Wednesday, and all sorts of fun stuff. So, any last words before we head out for the day?
Survive.
Yes.
Survived. Now you probably won't. Stay that way. 5 HP, dude.
If only that ogre had hit, you know. It did D10 plus 6 damage.
It only hit once, and it did minimal damage.
I know.
And I still had more than 75% of my HP left, so.
Still, like, Joe was one shot for an ogre, you know.
May was one shot for an ogre.
Still one shot for an ogre. I want to point out, when I got all those hits from her, I was down to the amount of HP he now has as max.
Oh, wow. I was
down
wondering.
to 5.
Yeah, she rolled really well on her damage. I think she rolled a 3 and a 4? And
I mean, I did pretty
6.
well too, so.
Yeah.
At least I got a story to tell. I killed the ogre.
You did kill the ogre.
Yeah.
Good job.
Yeah. You have another story to tell, but that's for behind closed doors.
He killed the ogre, but the little thief, he was too busy off having sex.
Yeah. So that's it for today's Shenanigans episode, everybody. We'll see you next week for more Shenanigans. Goodbye.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.